All right. Well, good day, all. Welcome to summer 2019. This is Peace and Conflict Studies, Violence in the Modern World. My name is Dr. Omari Dyson, and I will be your professor for this course. I thank you all for taking time out to take this class. I hope that it will be a fulfilling class. It's a little different for me because it's going to be online, and I unfortunately don't have the opportunity to actually get to see all of your faces. But to, I guess, address that issue, I have structured the class to be as interactive as possible. You're going to begin, first off, of course, please review your syllabus that you will see that has been uploaded on Canvas. And the course should be very interesting. I tried to be as diverse as possible with providing you all with various topics that relate to violence in a very direct or indirect way. And hopefully you guys will be able to utilize these discussions and also the readings. Actually, I'm going to pull out a few readings that you do have that you're able to use your personal experiences, your background in whatever respective field you're in, and also being able to use information from the text to assist in helping understand and better conceptualize what violence means across the globe. So with that being said, let me give you a little bit of background on who I am, and then talk a little bit about the class and some of the expectations. So again, my name is Omari Dyson. My background is in experimental psychology with a minor in early childhood education. I'm originally from the Bronx, New York, and moved to South Carolina, where I attended the University of South Carolina and majored in those respective courses. From there, I graduated from University of South Carolina and went to Purdue University, where I entered into a program, a marriage and family therapy program, and received my master's in child development and family studies with with a specialty in marriage and family therapy, and eventually had a very tumultuous relationship in that field and got a divorce and went into curriculum instruction with a specialty in curriculum studies. My research at the time and continues to be on the Black Panther Party as a whole, but more specifically the Black Panther Party in Philadelphia. I do have a book out, if some of you might be familiar with that book. And actually, hold on, I think I do have that book with me. And I do. The Black Panther Party and Transformative Pedagogy. So if you're looking for a interesting and good read, I will probably pull from this. Actually one of the presentations that you'll see on power, and I think I did something on repression. Is actually comes from my research on the Black Panther Party. Anyway, I also am a personal trainer and group exercise instructor. So I'm actually a Zumba instructor in multiple areas in Zumba. So some people that are local in the Greensboro area may have opportunity or have probably seen me do my Zumba classes at Gold's Gym. But with that being said, I also do work with childhood obesity and also exploring the use of virtual reality in addressing social problems. So those people who are in peace and conflict studies and may see me in the future, we have some big plans for the peace and conflict studies department. Special note, next week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I will be going to Stanford University. So I will probably more than likely see you guys' emails at a later time, since we're in a different time zone there. So just to let you guys know, if you need me, I will be on the other side of the country. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about this class. This class, again, is PCS 205. Violence in the Modern World. And the course is designed to provide a cross-disciplinary examination of violence and peace. You'll be engaged in a lively exploration of world issues and their impact on your neighborhood, community, and society. I want you all to take this course seriously. There are some very, very unfortunate events that are happening on a daily basis, some of them that affect me indirectly. And hopefully we can use this course to provide us with a foundation to understand this notion of violence. Um, Basic raw definition will come from another textbook. I don't know where it is right now, but it's in my brain. But for those of you all that are in peace and conflict studies or in any respected field, there's a book called Pedagogy of the Oppressed by Paulo Freire, which really provides a strong template with understanding the impact that oppression has on oppressed people. And one definition that Freire provides us with, that violence is when one force, let's call that force A, restricts force B from being fully human. Now, that's just a basic raw definition of violence, but understand how that dynamic plays out throughout various aspects of society. When we look at school bullying, workplace violence, we look at, even I just sent you guys an email on the abortion ban that was passed in Alabama. There was one that was recently passed in Georgia. These aspects, very different forms of violence, but thinking about how violence not only can be direct violence where somebody hurts another person physically, beats them up, punches them, whatever, but it also can be violence that comes in the form of policy, where some people who are making laws, and these laws and policies begin to impact a particular community and hurts that community in a negative way. So we are going to sit back and explore these aspects of violence and seeing how they have had both a short and long-term effect on a group of people. I also dabble a lot in the economy, so I'm very sensitive to the student loan crisis, student debt or death, whichever way you want to look at that. And I do have one discussion up here, which you'll be able to see in regards to that and respond to that in the next few days. Now, let me do a side note and talk about how I structured your discussion questions. Now, remember, we only have 5 weeks together, and this is a summer class, and this class moves fast. All right, so please do not get behind with these discussions. You're responsible for reviewing the discussion. Now, they're all open at this point, but there are cutoff dates, so please be conscious of that. If you want, you can, once you open up this class, and if you feel like you want to finish these discussions by this weekend, perfectly fine. But they're spaced out throughout the weeks for you to be able to complete them. And I provide you with a variety of topics, from films, about films no longer than an hour long, videos, songs, etc., that you all can explore. There is also some open topics in there as well that you can also look at. If you feel as though I've not addressed a particular topic, you can have an own open discussion, and you have that that venue that you can do that. In addition, we have a final examination, and your final examination is going to be a combination of topics, your readings, etc. So you guys are going to have the opportunity to design your final examination. This is a multiple choice examination. I'm not a big person. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not a big person on multiple choice examinations, but I usually do essays. But because there are 44 of you all, 46 of you all, that will be very painful for me to read 46 essays at the end of this semester. And so we're going to do multiple choice exams and do multiple discussion questions. So I'm hoping that you all will take the time to do the necessary work and put forth the effort that you need to be able to get what you need out of this class. In addition to that, if you guys run into any barriers, personal barriers or anything structural barriers as it relates to the class, please inform me as soon as possible. I want to be as supportive of you as possible. If you need to meet with me, whether it be in the office or you need to do Google Hangouts, FaceTime, email, phone, or I don't know, whatever technology is out there. I don't do Instagram. I don't know what else is out there, but those are all that I'm familiar with at this point. We can use those venues to have a conversation to address whatever issues that are affecting you. All right. So anyway, with that being said, that's a little bit of structural information for the class. As it relates to other topics, I do study various other aspects from when I talked about school violence, shootings, which are a countless amount of these things that are happening. I begin to look at this information and begin to formulate some idea on how this affects us, and how do we begin to look at the warning signs of potential acts of violence. Of course, we can't prevent those things from happening because there are too many people in this world and you don't know what people are planning. But there are some warning signs that we might be able to sensitize ourselves to. So the course would also kind of explore how we communicate with each other, and being able to resolve conflict in various ways that do not have to resort to violence. I'm going to let you all know now. I'm one of the people who understands that violence is a form of restricting another person from being fully human. But something that you guys need to think about is whether or not violence can be used to impact social change. And that's something for you guys to sit back and explore. I know that's a running debate that I have with some colleagues at this point. But again, it's something to think about, and I'll give you an idea of where I'm coming from with this, in a sense that if a group of people have said, "Stop hurting me," do not, and the violence is hurting me, it's hurting our people, and it's destroying us, and the person does not stop with nonviolent methods, then how do you communicate to a person that is using violence? And that's something for you all to think about. There have been some scholars and activists in the past who have addressed that issue, and there are others that have countered that issue. So that's going to be something for you all to discuss. And I may explore that in a later discussion post that I'll put out to you all. All right. So with that being said, I think that provides you guys with the foundation of information that you need to know. I'm going to sit some. I think I should share with you all throughout the day. I will, as I begin to look through your videos, your introduction videos. I'm going to listen to some of the interests that you all have, and as I do my own personal research and just research in general, if I find an article or a video that is aligned with your interest, I'm going to email it to you guys. So that you can at least have that information if you've not been exposed to it already. And I think pretty much that's it. Most of this information is self-explanatory. Your grades out of 100 points, I expect you all to do very well in the class. When you do post on a topic, that two people are going to be able to respond to your posts. So please be respectful when we're on this online thread. Please understand when we communicate with each other, we're coming from different worlds, but try to understand where the other person is coming from before we begin to, if we become defensive or offended by something that somebody says. Let's begin to at least explore and understand that person's reality first, and then begin to challenge that person. All right. And with that being said, I wish you all a safe time during our time with each other. If we do have the opportunity to meet up, great. We can go to Starbucks or Chick-fil-A and have a little meal. But other than that, let's go ahead and explore and see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Again, my name is Amari Dyson, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me. I look forward to learning more about you and learning more about your understandings of the world. And I hope that I will be able to provide you with some information to help you and help you not only become a better person, but also transform the community to which you live in. Be well.